I'm not done in that task. I'm working to put the reforms I've implemented into law so that no future controllers can bend or break them. There are 1 million New Yorkers who are counting on the pension fund for their financial security. I will not let that security be damaged. I will not let the integrity of the fund be compromised again. And like controllers before me, I will defend the pension fund against budget balancing raids, as we've seen happen in other states and in other times in New York's history. We owe that commitment to our public employees and to our taxpayers. We're starting to see the benefits of these reforms. The Pew Research Center reported that our pension fund is now one of the strongest and most secure in the nation at a time when others are facing devastating shortfalls. We've weathered the meltdown better than most funds, and now we're recovering faster. To seek new opportunities, we're investing more with emerging managers, including women and minority firms, and in the emerging green industries. And we've made it a priority to invest more in New York businesses to create New York jobs. And we're doing all this ethically, honestly, and openly. Now, as you all know, a year and a half ago, financial collapse hit our nation and our state, taking an enormous toll on jobs across New York and transforming our budget from a mess to a meltdown. Well, we're starting to turn the corner, but there's so much more that needs to be done. And that's why I'm running for controller, to be an independent voice, to open the books of state spending, to make sure taxpayers get real value for hard-earned tax dollars, and to make state government more accountable than it's ever been. One reason we're starting to turn that corner is that we have a new administration led by President Barack Obama and a Congress led by Chuck Schumer and Kirsten Gillibrand, and our New York congressional delegation, a Democratic leadership not afraid to speak out for financial regulation and reform. Now, here in New York, we know better than anyone the positive role that Wall Street can play in our economy, creating jobs and growth. But we've also seen what happens when Wall Street operates under its own set of rules, taking on reasonable risks with our money and leaving everyday people to suffer the losses because of someone else's poor choices. That's why we need financial reform to protect us from predatory lenders and credit card companies by providing fair information to empower consumers. We need reforms to hold big banks accountable and regulate markets to make sure that the risky behavior that brought our economy to its knees does not happen again. The Republicans in Washington seem to have a different point of view on this, don't they? And the Republicans in New York are talking about nominating a candidate for controller who came straight out of Wall Street. I started out serving on a school board. He started out at Goldman Sachs. My presumed opponent made his fortune in the unregulated hedge fund industry and retired in his mid-30s. I don't begrudge him that, but that's not the story of everyday New Yorkers. And that's not the person to be the guardian of the pensions of public workers and retirees. Independence is a fundamental requirement for this office. I sought this position when the legislature filled the vacancy, but I never sought to be the legislature's controller. And though I look forward to working in partnership with our next governor, my friend Andrew Cuomo, I'm not seeking to be the governor's controller. My pledge to you and all New Yorkers is that I will continue to be the people's controller. My journey to this moment started 38 years and 23 days ago when the good people of my hometown on Long Island took a chance on an 18-year-old high school student and elected me to serve on our Board of Education. Over these years, I've never wavered in my belief that public service is an honorable calling. I've never doubted that our party, the Democratic Party, is the party best able to give voice to the aspirations of middle-class families like mine, families who seek nothing more than a fair shot at the American dream. And though I may have a reputation of being a nice guy, I've never been afraid of a fight when I'm fighting for the principles and the values I believe in. The job description for controller is pretty simple. It's your money, and it's my job to protect it. That's what I'm doing, and with your help, and with the help of everyday New Yorkers, that's what I'll keep on doing. In my line of work, there's a lot of counting. From now through Election Day, I'm counting on you. I'm proud to accept your nomination. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless the great state of New York. Thank you all very, very much.